I just want y'all to know that that is my friend, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, he's in the building. It's Tyrese, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody say what's up to my Breeze. Young,
Young,
young black and blue.
young sleep
Young,
guys, young sleep.
young, yeah, young sleep on him.
Wait, hold on. Did I just see you at a movie premiere for Ruth and Boaz?
Yeah.
Did I? Was that you? 77 pounds lighter, John Gray.
Yes, sir. And you know why? That we're gonna keep that between us. I have a bowl of air with extra lettuce.
Uh,
Can I have some diet water with a
uh,
bowl of nothing?
Can I get some air with cheese, please? How you doing, man?
Man, yo, I'm good. I'm thinking about where we are in this nation and in the world right now, man. And I was letting people know about our the women's conference we have coming up on Thursday. It's called Relish Conference,
Mhm.
and the theme this year is getting in the flow. And I believe that women are coming from all over the country, man, just to reconnect with God. But I was thinking, because I was watching the news and I'm looking at what the military is doing, I see what's happening in society. I see all of this stuff going on around the world, and it grieves me. And it's time for some people with principles and with character and integrity and who aren't afraid to speak up, because there's so much going on, man. And I know you, because you are an unapologetic voice. I want to tell you, as my friend and brother, I want to thank you, because what they don't know, because all they know about you is, number one box office, number one R&B singer. What they don't know is number one brother, because you've been a brother to me. And the reason why I love and honor and appreciate you is because you're not church loyal, you street loyal. What I've learned is some church folk are as, how do I put this? I don't want to put everybody in one basket. I'm gonna just leave it alone and just go back to speaking positive about you. All I'm gonna say is, when I was on my way to die, you interrupted, and that's why the Gibson family will always have a seat at my table. Your daughters will always have a seat at my table. I would be glad to lay my life down for you, for those girls. Not a thought. Because when I called you and told you I think I want to drive my car off this bridge and make it look like an accident, in 2 hours you were in front of my house and was like, get in the car. And then you took me and made sure that I was seeing a certified therapist, and made sure that there was somebody at the house with an IV drip. You made sure. And I want to acknowledge that publicly, because when I was trying to die, you fought for me to live. And it wasn't a pastor, wasn't a preacher, wasn't the church folk, because some of them were actually excited that I was going through hell, because they saw me as a threat. And apparently, we got a lot of insecure cats in the pulpit. And so when you're down, it feels like they can climb up.
Well, this
But
this is what I will say. The first thing is nothing makes me more uncomfortable than getting credit for what only God did, only what God arranged, and only what God orchestrated. Because I could have been anywhere. You could have called anybody. You called my phone. It was only a half a ring, and I picked up. Me and you both are always busy. We see the only part about our brotherhood that people don't understand is that we would see and be with each other more often if our schedules would allow it to be. So the fact that you called and I answered and I was available, it was a no-brainer, because I knew at that moment that this is an assignment that God has dropped on me and only me, and I know what to do with it. But I give him all the glory, because I don't know where the words came from. I've never been in a situation like that, showing up for somebody and not having the words, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to pour into them in that moment could lead to them still deciding to move forward. So
yeah,
it was all a God thing, man. If me and you tried to repeat anything that happened that day or that week, we wouldn't be able to because it was real life. But I wanted to pause for a second. I was actually jumping on because there is something that I want everybody to know. Here's a thought. When is the last time you prayed for your pastor?
Wow.
When
Wow.
you went to the doctor to do a doctor's visit and you asked your doctor, I know you are here to check on me and get updates on me, but how is your health? How is everything going? When's the last time you went to a therapy session and prayed over your therapist, who has to sit there and listen to everybody's problems day and night without no one ever factoring in or thinking about the therapist? When's the last time you went and sat in on a therapy session
Hey,
for
brother. Oh my gosh, y'all alive? Bye. I thought this was FaceTime.
I was just inviting people to the Relish Conference, and then my brother hopped on, and so this is the head of the Relish Conference.
well,
And
you know what? We're gonna pray over this relish conference because I was just telling John, when is the last time you prayed for your pastor?
he just said that. He just said that.
Wow.
It's like the last time we were texting, you had just said, "Hey, brother, we love you," because I'm calling, and you said we're at a funeral, another funeral, right?
Yeah.
Another funeral. People think of you guys as physical, emotional, spiritual, psychological support, but they're not thinking like, how is this funeral affecting John Gray and his wife?
Yeah.
They think that you just get off that pool pit and praying over yet another casket and another family, and you just get on the